My marketing plan is about a new type of credit card. This is presented by Ahmad Amin for marketing 605 course, spring 2018. I'm sorry, this is my first time doing it on my Mac, so I might just do a little bit of try and error to just get it done. But basically, my idea was to introduce a new credit card sponsored by American Express, or like a American Express credit card that does not exist in the market today. It's extremely toward the travel benefits and rewards. And technically, the idea is to have like the maximum amount of reward that like the user can just collect by purchasing or by spending money using their credit card. I understand that there are, okay, let's just talk about the product concept. So like I explained, I named this product Extreme Travel Credit Card, which is kind of tailored toward more of a users that would like to max out their rewards through their credit card. It has benefits for both travels like hotel accommodation and airline tickets. So basically, my goal is to introduce the product, which is kind of more covers both sides, because today, as of today, we have like credit cards that are more toward the hotels, and we have credit cards for the airlines, but we don't have that many options in the market that covers both. So ultimately, this one will be available for the users, and it's best of the both worlds, I would say, because it covers both sides. Um, you will use your credit card to make the reservation or just purchase like regular stuff, daily needs, and then you collect points, and then you could use them toward your hotel reservation or ticket purchase. Plus, if you just use your credit card to collect points for your travels or to reserve a hotel, book a room in the hotel, you will earn more points. My idea is to just kind of have a contract with the hotels, big major chains, and big airlines to collect even more points. We have some sort of a multiplier which we will need to study and kind of figure out that multiplier, the number, like 2 times or 3 times or even like 4 times the amount of point that you can collect if you use your credit card to book a hotel room or just purchase a flight directly from like the airline's website. Like I explained, technically we need to understand and we need to make sure that this card is completely outweighs the other ones in the market. It is like a head and shoulder ahead of the rest of the cards in the market, even like the luxury one, like the other American Express, or like the Sapphire ones and everything. Plus, we also have to make sure that we are not competing with our own credit card. Own meaning that, you know, if I'm like a marketing person from the American Express team, I don't want to compete with another product that the American Express offers. Um, I did a little bit of research, and ultimately the goal would be middle class, um, upper middle class, sorry, target market target, and the upper class. It will be like more tailored again toward the business travelers who would just need to spend a lot of money on the hotels and the flights. So if they do use the credit card, they will get to collect more points. Our segmentation would be mainly to just kind of kick off the project and to market. Mainly focus We'll be focusing on the Northern America and Europe as a target market. If everything goes successful and as planned, then we will eventually move toward the Middle East and Australia and Southeast Asia and Asia, and then eventually Africa. Uh, Looking at the markets and the other criteria, we thought that we should, I thought that we should target like the families with the income level of $90,000 and above, because of the certain, you know, benefits and perks that this credit card has to offer. We would need to make sure that the minimum expenditure actually is above like a certain level in order to make sure that we make enough profit for the card issuer, basically, which is American Express. And plus, we obviously want to make sure that this card kind of stays on above the average card. So persons like in the Northern America, like America, United States, only those who have like greater equals 750 credit score could just apply for the card, or like the odds of getting accepted for these credit gets higher if you have like a credit score of 750 or above. In terms of the strategy, how we plan to market this credit card. Obviously, today it's like online social media and online tools, websites, ads, and working with the main online basically campaigns like Google's or Facebook's or like Snapchat or Instagram, somehow to kind of start kind of presenting the idea of a new credit card in the market, kind of to get the ball rolling and get the discussion started. And then we will have like multiple, tools and means of marketing the product. Obviously, somewhere that is really has great exposure would be like the terminals in the airports. So we plan to have some billboards like in different terminals, like international terminals and main hubs within the US, Canada, and Northern Europe, like LAX, JFK, Chicago, O'Hare, Atlanta, and so on and so forth. Again, since we are trying to target more business travelers and a certain level of income, I would like to make sure that we are kind of passing out the message to first class and business class travelers through airlines, or maybe on their lounge, or if like they have a certain amount of points or certain level of membership at a hotel, we would target those by just sending them like a marketing email or handing out the flyers. Again, since it's kind of a more than average credit card, I thought that we could do some sponsorships in the major golf, tennis, ski, sport events like Olympics, like major golf events, and some of the tennis, tournaments throughout the country. National TV ads would be another option for us, which will be like a broader one, obviously more expensive and costly to just sponsor and play. But at some point, we will need to make sure that some of the national like channels like NBC, CNN, and some of the major ones would also air our ads. Plus, some of the major like financial and economical magazines like Times or Financial Times or Newsweek would also have some like full page ad kind of marketing our product. Again, the reason why I'm kind of focusing on the major financial papers are because we are hoping that more of a business persons or business travelers, men or women, and also like people with a certain income and above could just get their hand on the credit card. How to begin the marketing campaign? We would need to do the research, which I have done before. A couple of like days spent on the internet, kind of Googled different major credit cards, the competitors. We have only like a handful of the competitors, so we have to make sure that we understand how they charge the customer, how to do all the APRs, how they get, what's the rate of the acceptance if somebody applies for the credit card, what are the benefits and perks for each credit card, and how do we compete with each of those and try to kind of go above and beyond the existing ones. Plus, we have a better, more distinct product from the American Express. We also have to make sure that we are not getting close to that territory, that American Express Diamond, or I think it's called Diamond. It is still like has its own territory, and it remains as like top of the line credit card for all the ultimate customers. again, for the market research and study, I thought maybe we can just go and do like a little bit of surveying, paper survey, maybe just online survey, and any other type of surveys that kind of gathers information from different travelers, frequent flyers, and frequent like hotel members, and of course some other random marketing plan. Um, Understand customers' need and set the promotion period. So basically, for the beginning, we thought that we should probably have some sort of a promotion period by introducing some low APRs, or maybe just like balance transfer for those who have like a big amount of debt on other credit cards. Plus, we could just kind of increase the number of the points that people would start like earning at the very beginning of the sign up process. Maybe for the first few months, we will actually give them a chunk of points for them to use toward like a future trip or like a vacation, and this way actually people start kind of applying for the credit card, even though we have some sort of annual fee for our credit card. At the same time, we will in parallel set different PR campaigns. Which will help us through different social medias and tools like Twitter and stuff. We will have to start kind of working on the hashtags like ultimate travel credit card and similar ideas to make sure that this one shows on top of all the credit card news and hot topics, I would say. Including myself and the rest of the marketing team, imaginary marketing team, we will do a little bit of brainstorming on how to just position the brand. Credit card are mainly used across, I would say, all Americans, Northern America, residents, and Northern America residents, and all European, countries. But an American Express is like a well-known, brand within the people's mind, and it comes with some sort of a feeling of customer service and security and safety. So we have to make sure that we get into the market, we keep that brand position within the people's mind, and that image is kept in our new credit card. And like I explained, point of difference would be outstanding customer service and resolving issues and complaints as soon as possible. And we just want to make sure that every question gets answered like immediately through our PR team or customer service. We have some online tool, chat tool, and other means that customers can just reach out to the American Express and this division, which is like this kind of brand of credit card, and they get everything resolved immediately and with no issues. For the financial projection, I did a little bit of research, and to cover all the marketing plans we have, we need an estimate like $60 million, give or take like a couple of millions to just run the ads, do like some national ads, do the billboards on major like international terminals, and to kind of target different frequent flyers and like the prime hotel like members, like for the major hotel brands. Again, looking at the numbers from other like credit cards, Visas, MasterCards, and American Express, at least we would need more than 200,000 subscription or like sign-ups for the first year, and for the next 2 years, we need at least more than 200,000 for the second year and another 100,000 for the third year and thereafter, to just make sure that we get enough on the return of investment. In order to just keep it like balanced between the lower level credit card and the higher one, the diamond one, we need to just keep the annual fee to $199. As per my estimate, would be like $10 to $15 to just manufacture the credit card, which is like high security with the cheap, and it's kind of a premium metal rather than like the plasticky ones. For those who use the credit card, there will be like a 3% fee, just so like the retailers and business owners would have to pay us the 3% fee. There will be no transaction fee, which is like a big selling point for the business travelers, and obviously the minimum APR would be $14.99, 15%, like any other credit cards. So I will go through all the details and kind of try to type in the whole plan in like a few pages for the next week, and I hope that I was clear enough on my marketing plan. And thanks for your time, and thanks everyone.